So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again with some more transfer news. This time it's about João Felix and Arsenal being close to securing an £80 million deal. If you believe all of the reports that are out there, if you don't, it's fake news. Hey guys, everyone watching, man. Happy Sunday. Arsenal have drawn Manchester City in the next round of the Cup. That's providing that tomorrow we beat Oxford United away, which, let's be real, if we can't beat them, we might as well just shut up shop. Easy tie. No disrespect to Oxford, but if we don't slap them, then it's a bit underwhelming, really, isn't it? But we have gone out at this stage of the competition quite a few times, including last year. Yay! We got knocked out last year to Nottingham Forest. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that this manager and this squad of players get the job done tomorrow. But make sure you smash a thumbs up on the video. Plenty more content to come as well. I've got 3 more videos dropping after this one. Not immediately after this one, but scheduled for later through the night and early hours of the morning, etc. And then I'm on with Goonie tomorrow as well at 5 p.m. UK time. So, no, 4 p.m. UK time. Yes, 4 p.m. UK time. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Sink your donations down below and let's get cracking, man. Obviously, Mudryk, I will be dropping a video on that. That's the next one out. That'll be out at probably about 1 a.m. Yeah, roughly around 1 a.m. UK time. But we'll come back to that in a bit. But the point is, it was either one or the other. And I don't think anyone really deep down in their heart of hearts believed that we were going to go for Mudryk and Felix. And if we was going to go for him, one would be a loan and we're never going to buy him. And the other one would just be, boom, there's the money for Mudryk with the add-ons. Obviously, that's not happening at the moment. And I think it's a case of we've done the right thing here. Like, I've seen a lot of reports doing the rounds since last night, sort of late last night and all through today, suggesting that we're going to do an £80 million deal, of which £9.5 million of that is going to be a loan fee, which, let's be honest here, has come down quite a lot from what the 21 million that was being reported was. Obviously, yes, that was in euros. So what, they've basically cut it in half. Yeah, basically cut it in half. It was about 18 million quid. It's now 9.5. And the reports that are doing the rounds today suggest that we're going to then pay 70.5 in the summer, which will be more of an obligation than anything, not an option, but an obligation to buy him, which is why they are agreeing to drop in the price if you believe this story. Now, listen, I'll be honest with you. A lot of these transfer rumors is just exactly that, rumors. They're just teenage or university bods that are trying to nick a few quid by writing for some crappy little rag. They ain't got no inside information whatsoever, but it sounds good, doesn't it? They are football trend writers, which basically means whatever our fan base gas up and is trending, they'll write about, which is kind of hilarious. They pretend they have inside knowledge, but I do genuinely believe this story to be true. I do think that we will get him. I've said this all along. If it's either Mudryk or Felix, go and get Felix. I don't care about Mudryk. Yeah, and like I said, I'll do a video on that after this one. But I genuinely couldn't care less whether we sign Mudryk or not. And I don't think our priority should have been Mudryk in the first place. We've already got enough players in that position. So when you look at our strike force, Jesus is out injured. We still don't know when he's coming back. Eddie Nketiah, well done. You scored a couple of goals, but you really ain't the answer, are you, mate? And now, if we go and put 9.5 million quid on the table, we go and secure João Felix for 6 months, which, when you think about it, 9.5 million, that's half of what we were quoted a couple of weeks ago. Not even a week ago, they were still suggesting it was going to be around 15 or 16 million. And people were getting caught in their feelings saying, oh, it's too much money. Well, guess what? It ain't your money, so who cares? I want to see the best players in my football club. I don't want to see hyped up youngsters that have done nothing in football getting hyped up beyond belief. I want to see proper top draw footballers at my football club. I've seen many over the years. If we sign this guy, I'll be absolutely over the moon. And listen, if I was to rate it out of 10 as to whether it had happened, I'd say maybe 8. Yeah, I do think we will get him. Yeah, and that's just being kind of ultra positive. Clip that, stick that on your Twitter accounts. And I do think that if we do get him, we've got a great chance of winning the title. Like, real talk, I genuinely believe that. Because Eddie's not going to shoot us to a title. Yeah, Eddie will chip in with the few goals here and there, and he'll chip in with a couple of Europa League goals or whatever. But let's be honest, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I don't really think he's good enough. Now, João Felix, on the other hand, light years clear. literally light years clear. Andy can play as a second striker, he can play as a main striker, he can play as a false nine. Technically superb. He can dictate games from a little bit deeper as well. He can basically essentially play anywhere down the spine all the way up to CM. Top footballer. And their CEO, sorry, I'm lying, their owner has come out today and said, look, it's not impossible, but we consider him an athletic player. Yeah, nothing's impossible in football, but we want to keep him here, basically. Now, listen, he's going to say that. He's not going to come out and say anything other than that, because obviously they're trying to negotiate a fee. They're trying to negotiate a deal. The one thing I will say here, though, is Fabio Vieira's agent is the same as João Felix, George Mendes. And we done that deal pretty swiftly in the summer and signed Fabio Vieira for 34 million. Obviously, he's had that connection with Edu already. He's negotiated, got the client in, and Fabio, albeit has not played many games, he's looked all right. He's looked all right when he's played. It took him a while, but I think the relationship with Edu and the fact that the player does want to come is openly stated, or it's been openly reported, should I say, that his preferred destination is Arsenal. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United are the three clubs that are kind of linked to him. Arsenal and Manchester United registered their interest in him. Since their interest has been registered, they're about to sign Wout Weghorst, and everyone will be laughing at that. But they need a lanky, tall, physical striker. Funny enough, so do we. But the way we play does not suit a Wout Weghorst. It doesn't suit a Giroud. It doesn't suit a Mitrovic. As much as I'd like a player of that mould and that ilk at our football club, because I think it gives us a plan B. Plan B could be Felix. Yeah, if we've got Jesus on the pitch or Felix on the pitch, we can then swap one on and one off. I think that takes us up levels. I can't lie. And to get him for reported 80 million in the summer with the fee in January, I think that's a bargain. I can't lie. Yeah, there's a lot of players doing the rounds here for stupid amounts of money. Anthony, 100 million. Like, do you know what I mean? Harry Maguire went for the same price as we're being quoted for João Felix. Ben White, as good as he's been this season, 30 million less than João Felix. And when you've got somebody who can score goals, can create goals out of nothing, and can dictate the play, technically flawless, like he's so good on the ball. Yeah, his vision's insane. I think this would be a great signing. And I think it's a lot of money. Of course it is. But I do think that we're spending this, if we do spend it, I think we're spending this on the right player as well, because I think that for 80 million, we've gone down the route of signing Nicola Pepe for 72. And I know what a lot of people think about him, right? For an extra 8 million quid, we're going to get ourselves pretty much a nailed on guarantee, drop him straight into the team, and he's going to hit the ground running. I don't see any other outcome other than he's going to hit the ground running. I think it's a no-brainer. I don't know why we've wasted, 8 days as it is on, well, it's more than 8 days. It's 8 days since the window opened. Why have we wasted nearly 8 months chasing Mudryk? If we genuinely, really, really wanted the guy, we would have put the money on the table. And let's be honest, it's a gamble no matter what player you sign. So I think he's 22 the other day, I think he was, Mudryk. He's playing in a league that's not that great at all. Yeah, and he's going to come to a completely different country. It's going to take him a while to settle in. Yes, he's got Alexander Zinchenko's a teammate of his as well, or a fellow countryman of his, help him settle in. But when you flip it onto Felix, half of our team's Brazilian. They all speak Portuguese. And we've got Fabio Vieira there as well. So I think this is a no-brainer. Thomas Partey as well, obviously played at Atleti. And I think this all steers towards Arsenal signing him. And if we can pull out João Felix in the January window, even if that's our only signing, that makes us better. But that shouldn't be the only signing. We do need more players. We need a midfielder. I've got 2 videos coming out about midfielders as well, so keep your eyes peeled for them. But we do need midfielders. I don't necessarily think we need a winger as long as we go and get João Felix. If we get Felix, like I said, I think that pushes us on towards the title. And I think for the price that it's being touted, that's an absolute bargain. I can't lie. And I think he slots in perfectly. And I think that makes us favourites to win the title. I can't lie. I genuinely can't lie. I've just watched Manchester City absolutely decimate Chelsea. But let's be real. They're shocking at the minute. I think that's 1 win in 7. And they didn't even look like they wanted it today. Didn't even have a shot, I don't think. So yeah, as much as Man City rested some players today, if we go and get Felix, I think that gives us the advantage going towards the title tilt. But let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments section. make sure you smash a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the second channel as well. Lee Reacts, link in the description on that one. And drop your donations in, people. Use the thanks option to do that and share the content around. Follow the socials. Adios, amigos. Ciao.